In this video, I make a homemade template so I can route out the standard front mount Strat type input hole in a guitar body. At the end of the video, be sure to click the link to see how I make a perfectly round homemade dowel to plug the side input hole on the same guitar body. Time to make a template. This one's an easy route to do because it's going to be covered with this, like the edge, so the edges aren't going to be seen. They don't have to be perfect as long as it's big enough for this to fit into, and it's not too big that it hangs over the edge kind of thing. Even this one isn't perfect, so like I say, it's on the inside, never going to be seen. But what I use is a piece of, this is like MDO, MDF, Masonite, whatever. You can use all kinds of materials. Sometimes people use plexiglass. This is about 1/8 of an inch thick. I would go a little bit thicker, but this is just something I had around the shop and it works. So, and you can see that I've used it before to make some pickup routes, and these are pickup templates. What I've got on here is some fiberglass resin that I brushed on afterward, just to harden up this edge to make it last a little longer. That's all. So the route I can put here, and then I'll be able to put a clamp back here out of the way and still have lots of room for my router. So that's perfect. And now I can just make basically a measurement from here to here and from here to here, and then transfer that over here. Okay, so let's see here. We've got, all right, that looks, it's 2.5 by 1 1/8 inches. Okay, so we just transfer our measurements over here. To get the radiuses at both ends of this template, I'm using this bit, which is pretty close to the original one. And then I have a little scrap piece underneath. It's clamped down to the table so that there's no blowout on here. We don't want to hack this up. We want a nice clean hole. And then we'll cut out the rest with a jigsaw. Our template's ready to go. I just cleaned it up a little bit with a piece of sandpaper. Like I said, it didn't have to be perfect. And I just compare it with the original. Fits good. And just to double check, just put the plate in there and it fits perfect. May seem kind of tricky to find the exact location of where that route should be, considering that this body's round. It's not like a square piece of wood where you could just measure in and drill a hole. And it even goes on an angle. So, but we're going to make this simple. We're going to make this easy. What I have over here is a paper template. It's just a temporary thing. And what I've done is the body is underneath that we're working with. And I've cut out little sections and I've taped our template to the body so it doesn't move. And then I've just traced out certain parts of the body. The neck pocket, where the bridge goes, and luckily both of these bodies have the 6 fender holes for the bridge and the control cavity, and then where our route has to be. These are all things, no matter what body this is, because these 2 bodies were made in a different place, but all these things should be the same relationship with where the input should be, and we want to make it exactly the same as this other body. So as long as we follow all this and transfer it over to the other body, we'll be fine. And I also put the outline of the body on the back of the paper, so we should be pretty good. We should be able to locate that dead on. So all those sections that I traced, I just cut them out, because that way I can feel and visually see if they're all in the right spot, and they are. They line up perfectly, especially the 6 holes for the bridge line up perfectly. Just, you know, using everything I can to match these 2 together. Trace this out, and it will show us exactly where to line up the template to. Alright, so we can just take that off. So there we go. That's exactly where we need to be. So all I had to do was line up the template with the marks that I made with the paper template, and then clamp it down to the body, and then clamp the body to the workbench, and we're ready to go. Here's our new route, perfectly the same size as our template, and we just gotta take off the clamps here. We can check out our work. Well, it looks kind of messy because of the tape all ripped up. Let's take that off. That looks good. And it looks like I don't even have to drill a new hole for the wire. It's already in the right spot. Cool. So as it turns out, I really do need to drill another hole for the wire. I could leave this one, but it's really kind of in the wrong spot and a little awkward, because if you look here, the jack sits up at the top, and so the wire would have to attach back here, which means you would have to route in, bend, and come up. It's a little awkward. So it's easy enough. What I'm going to do is just drill a hole back here, and that can just stay there. And the easiest way to do that is with a very long bit, and that way you can come in at a slight angle and hit it back here and come out somewhere in the middle. So it's and then that's it. We're done. That's all there is to this. Looks good. I just put that in there just to double check to make sure everything fit well, and it did. And that's a nice clean route. I'm really happy with that. The template worked out perfectly, and we re-drilled our wire hole for the input so we can wire it up, and then remember in the beginning we also did the plug. So this is a simple thing. It can be done. It can be done easily instead of buying new stuff. So I hope you found this video interesting. I hope maybe you learned some tips, and maybe it even changed your life. Anyways, thanks for watching this video.